Welcome to a healthy living video blog at workoutmaster.com. This is Ruben.
And this is Aram.
Today we're going to talk about health and how we use what I call war strategies to accomplish the results. Let's tear this one apart. Mr. Serrano.
On most normal conditions, our everyday society, when they decide to make some type of a health change, they're pretty much declaring war upon their bodies. And this is on the basis of, on the extreme caloric, cutting that they actually do to actually lose weight or attain a certain shape or form. And what the other form of war that they use against themselves is the abusive approach that they use towards exercise. If a little exercise is good, then a lot of exercise should be better, or shouldn't it? And the same thing with the food.
Yeah.
If restricting calories to a degree makes you create some form of a change, drastically changing those calories to a lesser number, you should see results better. But the fact of the matter is that either or the other do not work for the long-term results.
Yeah. The thing is, most of the people end up in a health-related trouble just by the fact that they abuse their bodies. I mean, we've done it, we know it, we see it all the time. So there's one war already being unleashed at the body.
Yes.
Yeah. So there's a war of abuse.
Correct.
So what happens at some point where we decide to make the change, we tend to make another war decision.
Yes.
You employ a war strategy. So what you end up doing is you don't ask your body like, how do you feel? I just say, okay, I need to lose weight. So what am I going to do? I'm going to make myself to lose weight.
It becomes a dictatorship.
Exactly. So that's exactly what happened. And truly, most of the people don't realize what they're doing. So the most important part of this episode is just to kind of give you an idea, guys, that we do employ a lot of war strategies, knowingly or unknowingly. And when you start a war, guess what happens?
Well, typically the first thing that happens when you engage in action of war the first thing is to cut off your enemy's supply lines. That means that they will have no water, no food to sustain themselves.
And what did the enemy do to you?
Try to shoot your ass.
Exactly. So when you start a war with your body, the body unleashes a war back at you, and then guess what ends up happening? You have a full-blown out war.
Which creates a catabolic, sympathetic.
Can you possibly create health with war?
No, you cannot.
Can you create a peace with war? No way.
No, you cannot.
And we see this on a daily basis. If you look at the news, we try to create peace. We try to shut somebody out by creating war. Guess what happens? They start a war with you, and it's going to continue for generations.
Mm-hmm.
So we would want to make sure that you guys understand. Anytime that you want to create health, do not start a war with your body. Do not go start doing excessive exercise. Do not cut calories. We're going to talk next episode about love strategies. And I personally big believer that a love strategy we're actually going to get you to where you want to go.
Absolutely. The whole key of the episode per se is to demonstrate you that if you don't listen to the body, if you don't give the body the fuel that it needs or the amount of movement that it requires to maintain proper function and homeostasis, the body will react in a negative way. And that negative way is only going to affect you and the people around you. So therefore you have to use a different strategy than the typical one, which is just to go full on against the body's wishes.
Absolutely.
Not the ego, not the mind, your body.
Yeah. So when the time comes to make a change, you sit down and say, okay, I got myself this far. Regardless how you got here, chances are you abused your body. So what you need to do now is you're going to start changing, and the way you change will make a big difference in accomplishing results in the short term or long term. And that's what we're going to talk about next episode, about love strategies, so stick around. Did you want to say anything else about
No,
this?
I think that the main objective was to demonstrate what we need to tell them, and and the purpose of it is just to, in order to avoid war, what the main benefit that you're going to get of it is, the shift from the sympathetic to the parasympathetic, from catabolic to anabolic, from inflamed to actually not inflamed.
Exactly.
So,
And that's
progression.
very important.
That's progression, and that's important. Yes.
Remember, guys, if you do not start a war with your body and you don't employ a war strategies, then your future looks better already. If you share this episode with your friends and family, their future looks better too. Thank you very much for watching. Until the next time.
Take care.